as far as the Wednesday night wars?
Yes. So I was on Twitter earlier on the internet, and I saw a report from a guy who seems to be rather reliable when it comes to certain information coming out here. And I want to bring up exactly what he said. Is at WrestleVotes. I see his stuff out there sometimes. This guy seems to get things right. And this is what he said. He said, over the past month or so, there's been discussions regarding NXT moving off of Wednesday nights. There's no imminent decision, however, but the talks are still ongoing. The numbers over the next 2 weeks might have some impact on their decision. So NXT's been on Tuesday. They were on Tuesday last night. They had the Fatal 4-Way Iron Man match for the NXT title, and they're going to be on Tuesday again this upcoming week. They're saying if these numbers look better than what they've looked on Wednesday, they might move away from that night. Do you think it's better for the wrestling industry for these shows, NXT and Dynamite, to be on separate nights, or should they remain in battle with each other week to week?
I can only speak if it was me, if it was my promotion, and if I was running it. Being on a separate night would be something that I would be looking to do, just because I'm not looking to compete with anyone for ratings or anything like that. Even if it was reality of wrestling, I wouldn't want to, have to compete if I didn't have to.
Right.
Just because I think it's enough room out there for everyone. And I think the competition is good. I think at the end of the day, we all win if we really, get behind our product and push it the proper way. Me personally, Tuesday night fights was something I always loved on ESPN. On USA Tuesday night fight. Man, I used to love it. Even on ESPN, they had Tuesday night fights as well. And Sean O'Malley, man, I remember that like it was just yesterday. That right there is a great night, because ain't nobody got a whole lot to do. I know when I turned it on just last night, and I watched it, and I didn't even know it was coming on. And I didn't even realize it was Tuesday. And I go, wow. And then I realized, oh man, it's Tuesday night. Once I got off into it. And the addition of Wade Barrett, it woke me up too. It made me, I tell you, man, I watched it totally different, I think, just because of listening to Wade Barrett and the commentary team. They brought me inside the ring like I haven't been brought into the ring in a long time. So big props to Wade Barrett stepping back into the game and being so astute as far as being able to sit at the commentary table and make you feel a certain way, because that's what the business, there again, it really is. It's just like one of those old boxing matches when you didn't have a television, you just had the radio, and you had to, the commentator had to make you feel like you was in Madison Square Garden, and you sit at that little box, man, jumping up and going, it's several people around that box. I mean, it's no different now. It's no different now, and I think being on Tuesday night will definitely be great, but the war still will rage on.
Right.
I don't think it's going to stop or anything like that. It's only going to get bigger, hopefully, because it's going to be more viewers over here. It's going to be more viewers over here. It's only going to start getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I think there again, man, once that happens, it's going to be like a Molotov cocktail about to explode. For both companies, I really feel that way, because WWE, man, we have an abundance of talent. Okay. We don't get a chance to see all of it, of course. And I think that's what's going to really fire off everything, is having a reason to say, man, we got to start using all of our guns, man. We got to go to all of our resources. I think that's when things get really, really interesting. And I say that because WCW, back in the day, man, we took the reins, and WWE had to retool. They had to rethink everything. And then I started watching it a whole lot more, and I was like, man, I was watching The Undertaker, and I was watching Triple H, I was watching Kurt Angle, Shawn Michaels. I was watching these guys go out there And Monday nights, man, it turned into a real war to war. Those guys went out there and turned up the heat, so high, man. You thought it was a flamethrower, every week. And they wouldn't, stop it, man. They were just adding more fuel to the fire every Monday, even to the point to where, they showed up at WCW in a tank. And that right there really, was the beginning of the end, I think. And so I think for everyone, this Tuesday night war, I think it'll be, this war between WWE on Wednesday nights. I think it only get bigger if WWE was on Tuesday night and AEW was on Wednesday night. I think it's only going to get bigger. Head to head, just think about what happened when WCW went head to head with WWE. What it did was, man, we took the 83 weeks, but man, we were like hemorrhaging money. The money was. Can you imagine? Those big arenas every week. And then again, think about the head-to-head there for a minute when TNA did it against WWE.
Yeah, that one didn't work out well for them.
I mean, they did it. They was able to, sustain for about 4 weeks. The money, like Tiger Conway told me when I went to the Global Wrestling Federation, the money was gone. I'm serious. So that head-to-head thing for both companies, for AEW, I think it'll be good. For WWE, I think it'll be good. For the business, I think it'll be good, and I think it'll explode. I think it'll make everything get bigger, even more so.
Yeah, that's if it happens. But if it does happen, I agree with you. I think that having the ability for fans like you and I to be able to watch both shows without missing anything. You know what I mean? That's what I remember being, it was right toward the end of the Monday Night War, but I was a channel flipper, at the end there. And then I would miss this, and then I'd go back and then I'd miss that. And man. And we didn't have DVRs or anything back then. Yeah. So unless I had a blank VHS to happen, I missed whatever happened. And I just had to figure it out, the next week. We didn't even have the internet. So I had to figure it out next week. So I think it would be a good move for them, and it would just be able to showcase, like you said, more talent and give more talent an opportunity to get over in front of a larger audience rather than trying to split the attention of one person. I think it's good because whenever, though, you have that more time, you start seeing matches. Like I remember when they did the brand split for SmackDown the first time around. That gave so many people the opportunity to get on television who didn't have that opportunity before. I think when you're face to face with somebody, you're just going to put out all killer. You're going to put out your top guys. I got to win the segment. I got to win the rating. Whenever you're not worried about that, you have the ability to showcase the lesser known guys. There was a match on a SmackDown one time that was Booker T. It was a fatal 4-way. It was Booker T versus Kenzo Suzuki versus Paul Burchill versus Rene Dupree. That was a fatal 4-way. I don't know if you remember that, but no. If y'all were still going head to head, no chance 3 of the 4 of those guys aren't getting on television.
Yeah, right.
But the fact that you had the brand split, you had the ability, because you weren't in head-to-head competition with somebody else, to showcase more talent. That's my point.
I mean, well, I look at it like this. I love watching PBC, and I love watching Top Rank.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay, I mean, if PBC got a show on, Top Rank is not going to have a show on. If Top Rank got a show on, PBC is not going to have a show going. It's just the way the business has worked for so many years, and it makes you tune in to both because they know the audience want to see both. So if I could see both on different nights, I'm going to support both of them. And the numbers are probably going to grow because there again, you're not channel surfing. That number isn't moving up and down and whatnot, as far as the ratings go and whatnot. So me personally, I think it's a great idea if they do go to Tuesday night. Me personally, I had no problems even when NXT was on the network only because it made it feel like it was a form league for the WWE. Now the NXT seems like it's a brand competing with WWE as well because you look at NXT totally different than you look at Raw it's SmackDown. If that's not direct competition, what is? So I don't know. Maybe it's designed for that. But there again, I think the more the merrier. Bring them all, man. Bring them all in. I see a lot of these independent companies. WWE is finished showing on the network. I hope they don't forget about this small little organization down in Texas. It's called Reality of Wrestling. The guys, man, they don't, pack a big punch or anything like that, but they work real hard for their artists. And the show, man, the show is pretty awesome. Got a show coming up on the 12th. The next drive-in Reality Wrestling. Make sure you guys, if you are anywhere in the area, Houston surrounding area, League City, guys, come out and check it out. Texas City, come out and check it out. We're going to be doing it big on the 12th, and hopefully you guys will love it and come out the next month, and so forth. Hey guys, stick around. We'll be back in a minute.